Now I'm going to get you the readings from the ground to the wheel well edge. Okay. Here we have just under 26 inches. Right? And I'm not looking at it dead on, so the readings will be slightly different. I'm looking upward down. This one here is closer to 25. Oops, sorry, 25. Okay, left rear. This one here looks like it's about 25. And then let's look at the right rear. Okay, right rear is about 24 and a half inches. I'm about to do the startup. This is going to be the second time that I'm going to hear it start. The first time the starter fired it up, well, it took a while to crank over. The starting was a little sluggish. You had to pump the gas a little bit, and then it sputtered, and then it came around. So let's see how it does the second time around. That happened probably about 35 minutes ago. So the engine's cooled down somewhat, and let's see how it does. It started right up, so it gave me a better show. All right, I had to review the video still, but what I want to see is if there's any smoke and what color is it? Is it black? Is it blue? Is it gray? Is it white? Right now I see some condensation coming out, but I'll check on that again. So as of right now, that's okay, right? All right, moving on. Initially, when I first started it, the RPM was a little higher. That was me stepping on the accelerator, just getting up to speed and warmth a little faster. Looking at the gauges, it's just looks like that's around with 1400 RPMs. Oil is reading just below the halfway mark. Fuel just below 3/4. Temperature, got to keep an eye on that to see if that's working. It looks like the clock is working, which is kind of nice. You really get to see that. Going here to the engine bay. The springs support the weight of the hood. It opened up without any issues. One thing you're going to be disappointed about is I didn't find the tag, the body tag. So let me look, but I didn't see it. Looking at the brake fluid, I took that off. It was low on the front chamber. I was looking at that area there. You can see the brake fluid break down. It's causing a corrosion. Okay. Let's see here, moving on. It looks like it's got a battery cutoff switch, and just looking at the front support there. See it or not, but I checked for like front impact time. Let's take a look at the power steering. Fluid looked pretty good. Firewall is in good shape. Let's see here. Condenser, like most, the fins are damaged, but I still didn't check the operation. Hoses good. I should be able to still open this without this blowing up in my face. Okay, what I like to look at is when I see a little bit of circulation. Also, I'm looking for contamination, right? Cross fluid contamination, and lastly, bubbling, right? So that's checking out. All right, moving on. I got pictures of the hoses or the belts. Those look like to be in good shape. Let's get a quick view of the pulleys. Those need to be nice and straight. Don't like to see any wobble there. Also look at the side tank of the radiator. Didn't see any leaks there. Let's see. I pulled the oil, transmission fluid looked decent. I don't know if that's like a lifter noise that I'm hearing. Is a slight little noise, or it could be like an exhaust leak as well. Here I'm checking for a blow by or any smoke. Looks pretty good. All right, don't hear any abnormal noises from the bottom or top end. Again, just it almost sounds like a minor exhaust leak almost, and not necessarily a top end noise. And keep in mind that the noise is amplified on the video, so it'll sound a lot worse than what I hear now. All right, one final look here. And again, on the pins here, you can see where it's fitting here, and then this one here as well. All right, insulation, good. And final look in here. All right, move on. Here's a quick shot of the see how the doors close. Driver's side's pretty solid. It's real nice actually. And then the passenger side. This one here, if I use the same force, oops, yeah, so good slam on that side. But when I open the doors, there's like no drop. I don't feel like the hinges are loose. Just not as nice as the driver's side. I've been on the road test here for about 3 miles now. One thing I noticed is that when I'm at idle, and we'll see if you can hear this. A nice little rattle noise, right? So now I'm in neutral, back in drive, and neutral again, or drive again. So I'm going to go ahead and accelerate now and kind of go over the performance. So starting off in drive, when I initially accelerate, I'll stay quiet. So I'm pretty much flooring it, right? There's a lot of engine noise, but not any really, get up and go performance. And I'll start off manually as well, see how it shifts. But stepping on the brakes, shooting over to the left. I'm gonna do that again, and I'll step on it harder, and you can see where it just shoots over to the left. And also, when I first started, when the engine was cold, the transmission was shifting. It had a weird characteristic, almost like it was slipping, not properly engaging. So this time I'm going to do manual shifting. So that's first. Second. Alright, and then drive. So as it warms up, the transmission is shifting a lot better. But again, when I was leaving the parking lot, yeah, it was almost like it was slipping. All right, so horn works. I checked the windshield wipers. Clock is working. Temperature gauge looks like it's gone up somewhat. Speedometer is working. I'll have to check the out mileage on the odometer, but it's 23,751 right now. I tried the blower fan. I can hear that, but I don't feel no heat or any air conditioning. I'm coming to idle now, I'm coming to a stop. It's gonna idle. Sometimes it feels like it's gonna cut out, but it's that stall that it has. Again, when it warms up, it's doing a lot better versus when it's stone cold. So it seems to be cold-blooded. I know when the seller first started for me, there was it took a while for it to start. I checked the outside mirrors, the windows work, radio. I turned it on. Yeah, I heard something coming out of there, so it does turn on. I still have to verify the lights. The top worked seamlessly, so that was fantastic. And I checked the mirrors as well. That worked. And let's see here, and a glove box, and what else? I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the video.